666. It's not superstition, it's prophecy. Gematria is the term of taking the letters of the Hebrew alphabet and then translating them into a numerical value. And once you've done this with a word, the word is now a number. 666 is the name or the number for the name of someone called the Antichrist. It is in the book of the Revelation, and we first see the mention of this number in chapter 13. The Antichrist is coming. He is a real person, and he will do everything that this book says he will do. And one of the things he does is set up some sort of system, and we don't know exactly what this will look like yet, but we're getting closer to it, where you have to have the number or the name of him on your hand or on your forehead. And if you don't have that number, you can't buy and you can't sell. What does that mean? That means you can't eat. You can't eat. You can't buy food. You can't sell. You can't have a business or work. Everything monetarily will be based on this mark. And a couple of years ago, 50 years ago, 20 years ago, it was still quite a mystery as to what this would look like. But now, more and more things are becoming a scanner, right? Like there's more chips, and you can just scan your phone and pay for something. And I know that some countries are working on chips that they can put in your hand, and it has all your information, and you can just pay by scanning your hand. And while those are not yet this mark, they are the predecessor leading up to it. I wanted to tell you that, especially if you don't know what 666 is, it's not this spooky, ooky thing that just happened and is now a superstition. It is a warning and a prophecy given by the Lord Jesus Christ. It is going to be real. It is going to happen. And if you don't take this mark, you don't get to eat, you don't get to have any kind of business or work, and you can be beheaded. In Revelation chapter 20, verse 4, we're taken into heaven, and we get to see where all the martyrs have gone, where people who have been beheaded are. And in that list of people are people who would not take this mark and would not worship the image of the beast. So please don't roll your eyes at 666, but also don't treat it like a superstition. Really, really scary, because it's either die by being beheaded or take this mark. But if you do take the mark, here's what happens to you. And another angel, a third, followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast and its image and receives a mark on his forehead or on his hand, he also will drink the wine of God's wrath, poured full strength into the cup of his anger, and he will be tormented with fire and sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment goes up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night, these worshippers of the beast and its image, and whoever receives the mark of its name." It's Revelation chapter 14, verses 9 through 12. And I know this is very heavy and scary, but it's real. And I'm talking about it because we need to talk about it, and we need to bring it down from this crazy running around with a tinfoil hat image people get when you start talking about 666 and the beast and the Antichrist and the end times. Because it's real. It's real. So in summary, the number 666 is some form of implanted technology that goes into your hand or your forehead, and it is how you do all of your transactions, all of your business during the time that the Antichrist and the false prophet and the beast are here. Now, I know these types of topics stir up a lot of controversy, and if that didn't happen, then I guess it wouldn't matter, would it? Because any topic that's ever really mattered to humans isn't the one that just sits quietly and gets no attention. So, if you do not know what 666 is, I hope this helped you. I just wanted to warn whoever is watching and inform whoever is watching, because I do have this concern that maybe part of why people take it is they don't think it meant anything. It's so fictionalized and made fun of that when it actually happens, will they remember? To close this video, I'm going to give you some hope, and that hope is Jesus Christ. If you do not want to go through any of the things that I have just talked about, you don't have to. You do not have to be faced with the question of take this mark or I take your head. You do not have to be here when someone who is the most evil man in history, probably, is in charge of the whole earth, or at least most of the earth. You don't have to. You can escape, you can be saved, and it's all through a relationship with Jesus Christ. Get to know him, call on him today, start reading his word, the Holy Bible. Invite him into your life and he will show up.